I'm Dr. Maury Ghosh, a faculty at IPTAC. Before we start, let me brief you on the course and IPTAC. India is at a growth trajectory of innovation and creativity, and Atmanirbharata cannot be achieved without an IP talent pool. Intellectual Property Talent Search Examination IPTSE is an IP Olympiad, an initiative that is relentlessly working toward generating the much desired IP literate manpower. This is a proctored examination that tests the knowledge of individuals on several IP subjects. The tailor-made course content have been developed by several experts having years of experience. I encourage you to register for this examination and get certified. The registration for 4th edition of the examination are expected to start from July 2021.
Do you remember this kid? If you're thinking, hey, didn't he invent the 6-player chessboard and got a patent for it? You're only partially correct. He got a design patent on his product, better known as an industrial design in India. So what's the big deal about getting a product patent or a design patent? I'll tell you why do you need the protection of a patent or industrial design for your product, and why get one or the other or both. Suppose you sell regular clay pot. So I, a rival trader, have 5 options open to me. 1. I can work hard and invent the clean fired pot, a technical advancement. Or I can work hard and create a new appearance for the existing pots, new shape, configurations, add new features or alter the positioning of existing features, create patterns, color combinations, apply any such 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional designs to the pot to attract customers. Third, I work extra hard and sell new pots with technical advancement and physical enhancement. All this hard work sells because it adds value to your existing pot. But anything worth value is worth stealing and hence worth protecting. So what if I take the 4th option and cheat? Sell copycats of your pots with trivial or no alteration, or instead of completely ripping off the existing pot ideas, I design around with open firing. Patent and industrial design are tools we use to protect our invention from being copied and sold without us getting a piece of the pie. Patent protects the problem-solving technology in products and processes, like how your pot is more durable or cooks better or how it's manufactured. But when people are buying your pot or your guitar or your lamp because they are pretty to look at, you get an industrial design. I've already covered patent in the first video of this series. If you'll find that link up here or at the description below, or simply search this channel for my presentation on patent or trade secret. Basically, if your technology is found worthy of a patent, then you get the right to prevent unauthorized people from commercially exploiting your invention within the country for 20 long years. So you can get your rightful piece of the cake. In exchange, you openly share all information needed to make and work your invention and undertake certain liabilities. Likewise, if your article is found worthy of being registered as an industrial design, it must have satisfied a bunch of conditions, then gets a somewhat lesser term of protection than patent, while the trade-offs and bindings are strikingly similar. The difference lies in the conditions your invention must satisfy. Novelty is common requirement. It means your invention must be new, never been heard, seen, used, or known of. You get the idea. The fun starts with original. It means your design can't be a copy of another's design. Your neighbor is working on a new design and you steal it, that won't wash. You have to create it yourself or buy it, inherit it, commission it. Secondly, just because your friend have registered the design of a butterfly shaped hair clip, it won't stop you from registering butterfly shape in chocolate. Common sense. One you eat, one you wear. Different market. Your selling of hair clip won't hurt the bakery business. Next, distinctiveness. Both chocolates, both butterflies. But creative variations catering to the different customer preferences. For example, they may both taste the same. I'll still buy the dark one. With patent, it's inventive step. The bar is higher. The third one is very important. Industrial applicability versus applicability to an article. To patent, the idea of connecting a pair of wheels with a chain and moving both wheels in the same direction by turning one wheel, your invention must be capable of being industrially made or used. This is industrial applicability. However many extra appendages you tag on or what your bicycle ends up looking like has nothing to do with patent. That is for designs. Applying a design to an article means any of these different looks are fitted or applied to each bicycle by an industrial process. It's like Fashion Week, each model wearing different jackets. The confusion arises because although processes are not covered, industrial design protects much of the same products that are covered by patent and some more. And those are called articles. A necklace is purely decorative. It won't be a patent product, but a design article. Falls in the green zone. The clock falls in the yellow zone, as the machinery running inside can be patented, but the three-dimensional 1, 2, 3, 4 ornamentations added outside can get an industrial design. What will fall under the white zone? The engine of a car, purely functional, no decorative value. In the normal course of function, you never see its innards. Nobody buys a car because its engine looks pretty. Because nobody drives a car with the bonnet raised up so that people can appreciate the engine's sublime beauty. However, the colorful filling of a cookie can get designed, even though the creamy looking filling is normally concealed. The natural fate of the cookie ensures that the filling will be revealed and visually appreciated. Also, an article must have its own function other than just carrying the design. So, a lace handkerchief is an article, as it can be used even without the motif sewn on it. But removing a painting from a paper turns it blank, valueless, making it not an article. Fourthly, there is a list of things that are excluded from getting design protection, such as artistic work, trademark, property mark, manufacturing process, etc. Watch out for the next video on trademark on copyright. We'll tag on the link later. By now, I'm sure you have already figured out that patent is a creature of technology and design is a creature of aesthetics, and hence protect different aspects of an object. Like an apple that has value both in how red and shiny it looks and how edible it is. If it's the look and feel of your article that's making you money, you go for design. If your USP lies in the function, you get patent. If it's both, you get both. Once that's decided, you check if your invention satisfies the test of worthiness. That's it. It's not an either or decision, but a both or which one decision. Now, you may be tempted to register a functional design like ergonomic shape as industrial design and think to get the benefit of patents in cheap. That ship won't sail. It's a myth. The design image won't tell you whether this part is flexible or rigid, but the patent document will devote about 50 to 100 pages on the hinges alone. The second myth is product designs comes easy. Wrong. Yes, patent is more costly and heavy on research and office action, but take these 4 lamps. Elegant, fancy, flashy. This is funny. Yet, given a choice, I'll choose this one, and that tells a lot about me. The product designers will be keeping that in mind. Customer preferences, niche determination, a lot of research. Which one will you choose? And what does that tell about you? Throw in a comment. And if you find this one helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.